It's so intense. I can't stand it. What's gonna happen? Oh no. It's too intense. Oh, stop. Make it stop. No. Just give him Ohio and Florida and Pennsylvania, and then it'll just be over, and then we could just worry about the NBA. Heat at Nets. That's all I want to talk about. Heat at Nets. Not this. Heat at Nets. Shaq's got a hurt left hamstring. He's not going to play in the season opener. That's all I want to talk about. Not this. Why on a Tuesday night does this have to happen? It's not fair. 201-209-9368 is the number. 201-209. WFMU is the number. Hey, this is the best show on WFMU. My name's Tom Scharpling here for every day till 11. Hey, we just heard from the Rolling Stones from the More Hot Rocks collection. Big Hits and Phase Cookies is the subtitle of that. We heard Sitting on a Fence. I send that out to my buddy Therese, one of her favorite Rolling Stone songs. I'm glad I could play it for you. Before that, from the Thai Beat a Go-Go collection, we heard the Viking Band with Pham Rak Kum Ching Ching, which I actually no, it was the James Bond theme. I got that confused. Pham Rak Kum Ching Ching I actually had the other night at the Thai restaurant. That's the soy, the tofu with the peppers and the pea. Just make it stop. Human Switchboard before that. From their debut album, Who's Landing in My Hangar, we heard the title track from the album titled Who's Landing in My Hangar, which means we heard the song Who's Landing in My Hangar from the album Who's Landing in My Hangar on the Who's Landing in My Hangar label. No, it's actually on Faulty Products, which was going all the way back to 1981. Alec Bathgate, the other half of Tall Dwarfs, has an LP out called The Indifferent Velvet Void on Little Chief label. We heard In the Shadows. It's very glam rock sounding record, yes, which is why we let it segue into the preceding track, which was from the compilation Glittering. Still even more junk shop glam. We heard Feelin' Alright by William Shakespeare. The Briefs before that, from their new record Sex Object, we heard Destroy the USA. Right? Thumbs down. Boo. Destroy the USA. And that's on the BYO label, which you know that. Bring Your Own. The BYO Records label. So that means Bring Your Own Records, which is what everybody will be doing at the record fair. I just wanted to stop. Let the creep win or let the good guy win. One or the other. Just make it be over. If the creep wins, though, I go off. I leave society. I officially become I become like Mad Max. I just will be roaming the wasteland, just doing what I please. There will be no laws. I will conduct myself not unlike a corporation, doing what I want. You better watch out. don't have anything nice because I'll take it. And then I'll declare bankruptcy. Boing. Starting us off, Chris Christopherson from the album entitled Christopherson. We heard the song Christopherson. Actually, no, the song was not called Christopherson. It was called Casey's Last Ride. Reissued on the Legacy label, which is a division of the Monument label, which is part of the Sony Entertainment family. Their address is 550 Madison Avenue, New York, New York, 10022. The +4 zip code 3211. So if you want to drop anybody over at the Sony Music Entertainment label a letter saying that you like this record, or what else do you guys have in the pipeline, that's the address. 201-209-9368. It's Open Phone Tuesday on election night. This is such a hard night to do a radio show. I want to just be home hiding under the blankets, watching the numbers come in. But I'm not. I'm here. So we'll all get through it together. And if you're listening to this show on election night, I don't know what to say. There are other news sources. I will not be breaking any electoral news here. I will be getting it second hand, third hand, fourth hand. But it's a good night to listen, I think. You can have the TV on in the background. Check the results coming in. And listen here. What are you going to listen to? Tim Russert talk? Would you rather listen to me? Right? Yes? Anyone? No, it's silent. I'm here all by myself. I'm all alone. So, I'm just all by myself. I wish there was somebody here to help me through the evening. Wait, who's that? Who are you?
It's Jason.
It's Jason from England. He came. Oh, thank you. He came in. There was a cloud of smoke, and all of a sudden he appeared wearing a wizard's hat. Thank you. Oh, it's just us, though, all by ourselves. I wish there was someone else here with us.
Some female company.
Yes. I wish, but that would never happen. Wait, there's another cloud of smoke appearing. There seems to be a female form in it.
Hey.
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 It's Megan from the Medical Marijuana.
What am I doing here?
I don't know.
I was just in my living room.
And now all of a sudden you got transported here.
Yeah, this is really weird. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Megan, how are you?
Good.
I'm going to do this, the screen, and then turn this like this so I can see you. Then I move this over here, and I can't see you. Then I move this here, then this, like that. Now I can see the computer. Now I can see you guys. I put the keyboard here. I slide this here. I put this over here. I can take calls now. There it is. Okay. Okay, check. All right. We are good.
All right.
So how are you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Megan and Jason in studio. Jason from London, England. Yes?
Yes,
You have come here
I have. Once more.
with good tidings.
Warm tidings.
Are you excited about the 2004 presidential election?
I'm very anxious.
I'm going to check the results now. See where the electoral thing is at. Bush has 81
votes.
electoral votes. Kerry has 77.
What site?
They just gave Bush, I think, Indiana.
You can have it.
Exactly. Take it. We don't want it. Any of the red states are garbage. They are. They're pure garbage. If you're from a red state, tonight I want you to call up and explain to me why your state isn't pure garbage. 201-209-9368. Or you can talk through your election fears and your excitement or anything that you're dealing with today on Election Day 2004. 201-209-9368. The cover of the Post, very very fair and balanced, wouldn't you say?
D-Day.
It says D-Day, and what is the picture of? It's of George Bush alone, not a split screen, half Bush, half Kerry. It's Bush giving the thumbs up.
Right.
He might as well have Rupert Murdoch next to him and saying, like, "We're doing it, buddy." Bush just, it's 89-77 now. They just gave Bush another state.
Doesn't he have enough already? Isn't he a millionaire?
He does have enough state. FMU are on the air with me.
Hi, guys.
Hi, who's this?
This is Nicole.
Nicole, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from a red state,
What red state?
Virginia.
Virginia?
That's right.
Yuck. Why are
You know
you...
what? I did my best. I wrote letter to the editors every month.
Uh-huh.
I said everything I needed to say. I caused a fit at the polls tonight. This morning.
Did you vote today?
I did.
Was it fun?
No.
Was there a line?
There wasn't a long line,
Uh-huh.
but there wasn't any signs like designating if it was A through K and J through Z. So different voters were going up and getting mad and coming back. They didn't know which line they were supposed to be in. So I tried to fix that, and the guy was really snotty with me. So
I'm sorry. But you are, what is it like living in a red state? Are there signs all over the place like Bush? Does everybody just assume that you're for Bush?
No, actually. The weird thing about it is that I went for a job interview the other day, and the lady who was interviewing me was like, I read your letter to the editor, and I loved it. And I was like, that's great. That's awesome. They're like fellow people around here. Virginia, actually, it was almost going to Kerry. It's just barely Bush right now. So.
In Virginia, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, are you? Do you feel like there's people like you have to give like the high sign to say like I don't like Bush either?
Yeah.
Like do you like wink at each other?
Yeah.
Or do you have like signals or something?
Yeah, it's frightening because there are a lot of Bush signs around. But
is it like the Matrix where you're like running and you have to like go through telephone wires to hide?
If it was like the Matrix, that would be kind of cool because then I could run and fly and like do all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And take all their signs and destroy them.
Did you destroy any Bush signs? You can tell me.
No.
Yes, you did.
I don't do that.
You destroyed one, didn't you?
Nope. No, I didn't. I didn't.
Did you want to destroy one?
Oh, yes. Every time I've seen, yeah. Yep.
Oh, so do you have knots in your stomach?
Yes. Yes, I do.
What do you think it will be like if Bush wins?
Okay, I'm not like endorsing this, but mass chaos.
Like in what way, mass chaos?
Lawsuits, flying, protests, that kind of thing.
Gunfights, like that kind of chaos? Like,
Oh, I don't think gunfights.
Civil
I
War.
don't think gunfights, but I think that
because I'm withdrawing from society. I'm telling you right now. I'm not.
If you withdraw from society, see, I'm listening to you on election night. I'll be so sad.
Bush has 102 electoral votes now. And
Can you maybe, like...
what state did they just give him? Some dumb state. That dumb block of red states. I'm sorry. Oh, they gave him your state.
My state.
They just gave him Virginia.
See, I just moved here a couple months ago, and I did my best.
You did your best.
I got as many people to vote for Kerry as possible.
You did your best, but I guess your best wasn't good enough.
'Cause here you're selling, selling. Yeah.
Well, you did do your best, and you voted, which is the important thing.
Yeah. And, if you do go into hiding, I will totally understand, but make sure that you keep doing your radio show from hiding, because we missed you last week.
Oh, I will still do my radio show. I will not. I'm not going away. I just am going to conduct myself as. I'm working on a book, actually. I'm going to title it "The Immoralist." if this does not go the way it should, I will be conducting myself as an immoralist, doing what I please.
How is everything in Jersey?
Jersey went to Kerry.
Woohoo!
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I was scared that it wouldn't, because I saw a poll today online that was like, said it was 42-42 between them, and then I saw this thing and I saw the poll was like it was done by like some conservative group.
Yeah.
So I think they just wanted to like scare people and get people to rally in New Jersey, get Republicans to like think, hey, we have a shot at taking the state.
Right.
Let's go for it.
There's a website up that has different electoral possibilities, and yesterday it had Kerry way in the lead. But
is that electoral vote? That site?
I think so.
Is it the one with the map?
Yep.
Yeah.
That one.
And then today it was like 263. Did I have to? Is that word? Did I have to? Is that word? The P word?
No, you can say that.
Well, she just got. You shot me. You were like, and I was like, boing. So, whatever. Sorry, I hung up on you. Said something. Blah blah blah. 201-209-9368. It's election night 2004, and you should call in and we'll talk about it together. So, as a member of Europe, right? As a member of Europe,
Yeah.
what is it like watching the American electoral process go down?
It's nerve-wracking because, especially coming from the UK, where whoever wins the election in the UK, and at the moment there is no contest. Tony Blair will win the election next time. There's no real political competition for the Labour Party at the moment.
Okay.
But even if he did lose and the other party got in, they'd still go along with whoever wins in an American election. So
really?
It's almost more important for me who wins the American election than it is who wins my own.
Now, how does that impact you in other ways? Like, what other ways do you feel who wins over here? Does it, are there tangible things other than it affecting the vote over there? Is it just creepier in your own country? Because, the big dumb brother across the water's like...
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
He's like, he went off to school, and then now he's like all cocky, right? It's like, yeah, he joined a frat. My brother joined a frat. My younger brother. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. 100 miles is a long distance in England. 100 years is a long amount of time in America.
Well, Empire's full. That's all I can say.
Empires also strike back, my friend.
Yeah, but Jedis have their revenge.
No, they have their return.
Right.
A Jedi does not use revenge, my friend. You should know that.
I do know that. I'm sorry.
They Revenge is not the way of the Jedi.
But menaces are also phantoms.
Yes, menaces are also in the studio. 201-209-9368. Now, how do you feel about John Peel, Jason?
I don't mind telling you that I burst into tears.
Really?
I went to the library, the Jersey City Library, to check my email, and I checked the BBC site, and I'd just been talking about him the night before to two separate Americans, two separate conversations. He just cropped up, and I just can't tell you. I mean, I think that's the third time in my life I've actually felt a genuine sadness at a celebrity's death.
One was Peter Cook.
One was Peter Cook.
One was John Peel, and the other one was
Eric
Wolfman
Morecambe.
Jack,
Who?
who is still alive.
Eric
was
Morecambe. He was a comedian.
From Morecambe and Wise?
Yeah.
When he passed away.
And I was just a kid then.
I was sad when John Belushi died.
You were?
Yes. I was delivering my newspapers on my little paper route in the afternoon. And I was like walking past the house, and I saw it was like 4 in the afternoon, and I saw the TV through the door, like through the glass doorway. And I saw like John Belushi was on, and I'm like, that's weird. Like, 'cause this is like when you just had regular channels. You'd never see, John Belushi on your TV in the middle of the day. I was like, I wonder why they're showing John Belushi. And then I go home, and it's like, he's dead. That was sad.
How will you feel when James Belushi dies?
I'm actually feeling sad because he isn't. We got a phone call here. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tommy, this is Sean in Burbank.
How you doing, Sean?
I'm doing pretty well. How's it going?
It's going okay.
Yeah, exciting night, huh?
It's exciting. I have a knot in my stomach.
Me too, but you know what? Try living out here in Hollywood. Me being the show's Hollywood insider. I should know a little thing about excitement. So this is just like a taste of what happens every day out here.
Is that what it is like out there?
Not really, no.
Every day is like election day?
Yeah. Just to get off on a tangent here, I know there are more important things going on, but
yeah.
I think I've been the show's Hollywood insider for about a year now, I think. And now, like a few months ago, Pat O'Brien came out with a show called The Insider.
That is true.
And I'm a little upset about that, but, that's neither here nor there. But you know what? George Bush, I think he could have had this town, but then he made some comment about people in Hollywood not being real. And that's not true. We're just like everybody else. We sip imported bottled water, just like people in Alabama. We like avocado in our things, just like folks in Mississippi. It's just an observation. That's why I didn't vote for him.
You're just right. That's what did it. He kind of irked you with his comments about Hollywood types.
Yeah, and that's just not true. You've been out here. We've stalked celebrities together before,
yes.
And we're just down home folks.
We followed Amanda Bynes in a golf cart.
Yeah, and I think she's voting for Bush. I have like a sneaky suspicion. I can't really tell.
Hold on, I got to go to this thing here. I got to Google that. Hold on. So what other Hollywood exciting stories do you have?
I've got none right now, Tom. It's all election, and right now on Bush's side, we've had some major coups lately. Ron Silver turned. He's on Bush's side. Shannon Doherty on Bush's side.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, when people of that stature turn, that's what It's just kind of taken the Hollywood liberal elite by surprise. Not to mention the big Dennis Miller coup of 2002.
Yeah, that was exciting. It's kind of like the celebrities that like. Well, the Dennis Miller thing is just beyond sad because it's a total career move. He just is like looking at Al Franken go and have like a third life. You know what I mean? Al Franken's going through stage 3 of his professional existence, and is that a Hollywood phone call coming in?
My secretary's got it.
Okay, I'm sure. Your secretary. So he saw Al Franken. He's like, how can I get a piece of that action? And then he just decided, hey, I'll just do the Republican thing. The Republicans don't like him. Well, like, what Republican is like, you know who's funny? Dennis Miller is funny. I think he's funny with all those crazy references he makes. They're so hilarious how he just throws things out that I've never heard about, and I don't know what he's talking about, but it's funny because he says them very quickly.
I love Victor Hugo jokes.
I don't know who it is, but I enjoy the fact he mentions Victor Hugo.
Oh man, the best piece of Hollywood mail that I've gotten. Yeah. It was Governor Schwarzenegger's guide to voting.
Really?
Yeah, it was like this, 5 or 6 page leaflet, full color magazine size thing, giving Schwarzenegger's, recommendations on propositions. But he is for stem cells, so that's a Schwarzenegger movie happening right there.
That kind of could be his next movie. Did you see his interview on 60 Minutes?
Yeah.
The other night, where he was saying how he wishes that they could change the amendment in the Constitution so that he could run for president.
Yeah, that's frightening.
Wouldn't that be great if he was president? That would be truly. We'd have literally in the White House the son of a Nazi. would be holding the highest office in this country.
And go from figurative to literal.
Yeah, it would be like my father was a Nazi, but and what I hate is I know everybody says how he says California, or how does he say California? Let's see.
California.
But no, he says it California. He he rides that N, that nasal. He's like California. You know what I mean? He gets that that real nasally thing. He stinks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Republicans. Your entertainers stink.
You know what? Bruce Willis' Return of Bruno is one of the best albums of the mid to late 80s.
That is true.
But, I think the stem cell thing, though, I think he's just been picking stuff up on his movies. Have you seen The Sixth Day?
Yes.
That movie, it raises some questions.
It does, yes, it does raise
why was that
questions.
movie made? That's one of the questions, but, and why did I see it? That's another.
I could ask those same points of myself. I was there also in the theater.
Yeah. Well, Tommy, I got some Hollywood insighting to do, so I'll let you get back to the show.
Yeah, some Hollywood. Get back to that copy machine. Hollywood Insider.
All right, Tom, take care.
All right, you take care too.
Bye.
201-209-9368. What? Yahoo News crashed. What? I can't get results now. I like how Drudge puts up on his site in bold red letters, enough of the media polls, let's count the people's votes. Or as Matt Drudge's voice, he's like, enough of the media polls, let's count the people's votes. You ever hear Matt Drudge talk? He's like, yeah, see?
No, I've seen his hat, though.
He's got that pork pie hat.
Yeah.
That link actually leads to Yahoo.
But I go to it, and then it says it's expired.
It's Yahoo.
Yeah, but then I go to it, and it's coming up like this. Document not found.
Yeah, but he's saying enough of the media. Let's go to the people's polls.
Well,
as if he's polled it himself.
Exactly. Here's the Matt Drudge poll. George Bush with 500 electoral votes. I'm declaring George Bush. I'm declaring George Bush president at 1 o'clock on last Thursday.
He's just taken Poland.
What's that?
He's just taken Poland.
Yeah, George Bush is now president of the planet. Oh, fun times. Please, just let it be over. But I'm serious. If Bush wins, I come here at the station. I will do things like just have lighter fluid in my hand and just set the board on fire just because I want to. There's no reason for me to obey any laws ever again. Punch people in the face. Say, what are you going to do about it? I'm outside. I'm above everything. I am the immoralist. 201-209-9368. We're here on 2004 election night. We have Jason all the way from London, England in the studio. And we've got Megan all the way from Jersey City also in the studio.
All the way.
All the way. So you voted today, Megan?
I did.
In Jersey City?
Yes, at the senior citizens' home.
And were the polls crowded?
They were very crowded, and the line was very slow moving because it seemed because the polling place was in the lobby of the senior citizen home.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the senior citizens needed help with the electronic voting mechanism.
Uh-huh.
So
I don't understand this.
it took a while, but I
What
mean,
is this?
Yeah. Mesh.
It's a ballpoint pen.
I can't figure this out.
I think they're used to the, chiseling an X in a piece of
Exactly.
stone or something.
I think that's the Flintstones. You get a little bird, and then you there'd be like a red bird, or not even birds, they're little pterodactyls.
I thought that they were kind of hippopotamuses, like prehistoric hippopotamuses, and they put it in their mouths.
And they would kind of go...
And then, they'd go...
Mm-hmm. Or they'd get the little bird that would go... and like... Isn't that how they took the orders at the restaurant?
I think that was how they did the Morse code,
Now,
Or
which came first, the Flintstones or the Honeymooners? It was the Flintstones, right?
No.
It was the
Honeymooners.
Flintstones. I am positive it was the Flintstones, and then they did a thing based on the Flintstones became the Honeymooners. Right? I think so.
Someone's going to have to call in and maybe confirm that. Or maybe you could Google it.
I'm going to Google it right now.
Okay.
We go to Google. But if you have the answer, 201-209-9368. You're going to write in Flintstones. Hold on. Flintstones. Honeymooners. Which show came first? Question mark. Should I write because I'm not sure? Because I'm not sure.
As long as you're at cause. I mean, the Honeymooners was black and white, and Flintstones was color.
Well,
so
it's-
Honeymooners must have come first.
Well, it's a cartoon. They didn't invent blue pens in the mid-'60s. Flintstones, it says here Flintstones came first.
No.
Yes.
Fine.
It does.
Well,
It says Flintstones came first.
what year?
There are no years on it, but it says, but it does say it came first.
Show me.
FMU, you're on the air.
Yeah, like you got to be kidding. Of course the Honeymooners came first. Is he joking?
Thank you.
No, you're on the air right now, young lady. It says here on this website that the Flintstones came first. Can you just turn your radio down, please?
It is completely, absolutely wrong.
Can you please turn your radio down, madam?
It's completely off.
Okay, thank you. But
Okay.
you're completely off because the Honeymooners came after. This article right here says Jackie Gleason is a big fan, enjoyed the cartoon, decided to do a live action version. The prehistoric effects were too much. They decided to set it in modern day. Yeah, so it came after.
Okay, well, I'm going to check this on research because I lived through this era, and I know that the Honeymooners came first.
I'm reading this right here on the website.
Do you really believe everything you read on the website?
Well, do I believe everything someone in a car says?
Hey, how do you know I'm in a car?
Because it sounds like you're in a car.
Okay, you're right. You're right about that.
And I'm right about this, too.
But you didn't get that on a website.
No, I got it through my own intelligence.
Well, that's really good.
Thank you. And
And
now,
I voted for Kerry today, too, by the way.
what state do you live in?
New York. It's a no-brainer.
Well, you still did the right thing.
I know.
Good work. Now you can go home and celebrate by the fact that the Honeymooners came after the Flintstones.
I'm going to get back to you on that.
And you will be wrong when you get back to me. You know I'm right.
I don't know that you're right.
You do. You just don't want to admit it.
No, that's not true. I'm the first one to admit when I'm wrong.
Your buddy's laughing at you.
Yeah, it's my fiance.
When are you getting married?
Next week.
Really?
Oh, congratulations.
That's fantastic.
It's really very nice. Would you like to advise him against it since I'm so stubborn?
No, and I would not like to advise him against it. You
Well, that's
sound like
nice
a
of
very
you.
nice person.
I am, normally, yes.
Congratulations. You both will be very happy, I hope. Where are you spending your honeymoon?
New Orleans.
Really?
Yes.
Now, why would you spend your money in a dirty red state?
Because I have to go there on business right after the wedding.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
It's the only reason.
Why not spend your money in a nice blue state like
Vermont?
Like Vermont or Michigan, which will hopefully be a blue state. Go to a nice blue state like Maryland or Delaware.
I think my next honeymoon I'll do that.
Your next honeymoon, boing.
I don't have the option on this one.
On the honeymoon on this one?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you are very happy. And where are you getting married? Is it going to be a big ceremony?
Medium big.
How many people?
100.
That's medium big.
Yeah. We're getting married in Fort Tryon Park in New York City.
That's very nice. I
Really nice.
actually had a big wedding ceremony when I was married. We had 900 people at our wedding.
You're not serious.
I am serious.
Where do you have a wedding with 900 people?
At the Capitol Theater in Passaic.
At the Capitol Theater in Passaic?
They opened it back up for us, yes. Well, it's like a showbiz wedding though, so I guess it had to be, the press.
Oh yeah, you had to invite all your contacts.
Well, do you know who Jillian Barbary is?
I don't know who Julian Barbary is.
Well, that's who I'm married to.
Well, I'm sorry. What does she do?
She's a sports. She does the weather.
My future husband just told me she's a sportscaster, and he said she's hot, but I don't think you should say that on the air.
He's talking about my wife,
I know. I'm telling him he shouldn't say that. It's not right.
Now, is he going to have a bachelor party?
He sure is going to have a bachelor party.
Are you mad about it?
Oh, no. I think it's great, as long as I don't have to be there.
Are you going to have the rolling pin and chase after him?
Not at all. I think
No?
he should do every disgusting thing he wants now.
Are you going to have a bachelorette party?
I had a shower.
You had a shower, but you're not going to have like a crazy bachelorette party.
No.
No? Why?
Well, can I say that?
Oh, no, you can't. I am being extra cautious.
Well, can I say that?
Oh, no, you can't. I am being extra cautious.
What happened?
She said something I didn't want on the air.
Oh, gracious.
201-209-9368. 201-209-9368. Right now, at election night 2004, Bush has 102 electoral votes. Kerry has 77.
Yes.
But Bush has all these dumb states that you knew he'd get. Georgia, Alabama, Oklahoma.
What percentage do they say is reporting right now?
What percentage of
Yeah.
what?
I don't know. I saw something before, and it said, this breakdown, with 4% of the polls reporting.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
it was only
let's say.
4%.
It says 99% of the poll. No, it does not say that. 8% of precincts reporting.
Oh.
So we've got a ways to go. I mean, there's a whole bunch of the country that has not weighed in yet.
Does it say anything about the Jersey City mayoral election?
Oh, that would be a good one to check out.
Do you want to know about that?
Yes.
Let's
With
see.
all 11 candidates running.
Let's see. The Jersey, so we're going to it right now. We're going to get some news on the Jersey City mayoral campaign. I like how the guy from England was like asking about the mayoral. Let's see. Race for president, U.S. House District, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Ralph Nader is mayor of Jersey City now,
All
apparently.
right.
That's weird. Congratulations, Jersey City. You have a psychopath as a mayor. Isn't he weird now, Ralph Nader? He's like, he did that debate with the puppets. Did you see that? Like where he had a Bush puppet and a Kerry puppet. It was like a third rate. It was like he saw Team America and then decided he's like, maybe I'll do a debate with the puppets, since they won't let me in the debate. And it was like it was like internet only, so it was like real choppy, like it wasn't even good. Like there's internet stuff that's nice and smooth now, but this was like that kind of like, you know, like it's like.
And he still lost.
And he exactly he lost to the puppet, the Kerry. He lost to the Bush puppet in the debate. So John Peel, let's talk more about John Peel. You know, it's weird you said you were talking about him the night before. I was in my house playing a John Peel show the night before. It was just weird. I just put one on, like, to listen to, and was listening to John Peel play records. And then the next day we woke up and found out he passed away. Like, what did he mean to you as a young boy in England?
Well, I mean, I can remember the first time I ever discovered him. I had a small green transistor radio. I used to tuck it under my pillow when I went to bed and just fall asleep listening to it. And I can remember just his distinctive voice. You know, I just knew, I didn't know what music I was listening to. I'd listen to anything, but I just remember hearing his voice.
Sure.
And then for Christmas, I got one with a tape player on it, a cassette player, and
Sure.
I started recording radio, as every kid does.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
absolutely.
And I just remember I had one tape of his, and I used to listen to it over and over again, and I had no idea who the bands were. And then as I grew up and I started buying records, I realised, you know, Black Flag TV Party was one of the songs that I was listening to. I mean, what year did that come out?
Like 97, right? Right? No, that's like 84, right?
I just remember listening to
Long
Black.
time ago.
Yeah, so no, I'm sure it was before then. I must have been 12, 13. Listening to Black Flag.
So that
Rhythm
was when
Pigs.
82.
Yeah, Flock of Seagulls, David Bowie. I just remember them all being on that tape.
So that was kind of the indoctrination into crazy music for you.
Yeah, I guess.
And what did he mean to everybody? Like, kind of like, was he the godfather of it all, in a way?
There's only one person I've ever seen who spoke against him. And that was this woman called Julie Burchill. She's a terrible, terrible journalist. She was sort of big in the punk rock era. She worked for NME.
Okay.
She's like a columnist now in all the papers, and she really hates him for some reason. Probably because he stayed true to his ideals, and she sold herself down the river.
And was there earlier. He was there before.
He was there before, and he was still there a long time after.
Yeah. It really is the kind of thing to use. It's like, it is like a life model in a way. Somebody who just like stuck to it, and he just enjoyed it the whole, you know what I mean, right until the day he died. He was doing exactly what he wanted to do.
I mean, he was 65, and I've got a good friend of mine who works in Rough Trade, which is the big record shop in London. And, you know, he'd still come in every now and then looking for new stuff, digging through the records.
They have given New York to, did they give New York to him already? Did Kerry? They just gave him, it's 136 for Bush, 108 for Kerry. But this whole, it's the dumb blob. That's still, that dumb blob is still like that stupid Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, North Carolina, which is very disappointing, North Carolina. The vice president could be from there, and he couldn't even carry the state. South Carolina and Georgia, that stupid circle. It's like, boo. And then, they gave him Texas, is what they just gave him. Yeah, wow. I didn't think he was gonna pull Texas, but he did. He pulled Texas. Congratulations, George W. Bush, for carrying Texas. It's very exciting. Let's see what state he can. Yeah, it was Texas, and I'm trying to see what the Kerry state was. It was New York. They gave Kerry New York. So, two big shocks there. That Kerry got New York, 31 electoral votes. Bush got Texas with 34. So John Peel, you were sad.
I was.
And you know this Faces box? Which I've played from a lot. Did you like the Faces when you were a lad?
I mean, I was into sort of mod music for a while, so I had a Just tapes that people have done me, yeah.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of BBC stuff on here, and I think it's it's from when John Peel would host them. And I think there's one where you can hear them talking to him. I think so. I'm almost positive. I think it might be this one. And if it's not, I'll figure out which one it is and we'll play. But let's listen to this song from the Faces box set. 5 guys walk into a bar. Here on the best show on WFMU, it's election night. We're kind of low-key show. WFMU East Orange, WXHD Manhope, World Wide Web, WFMU.org. 201-209-9368 is the phone number. Here are the Faces.
The Faces. No, don't ease up. Keep going. Do what
I'm losing you. A BBC session hosted by John Peel. I found the track that John Peel talks to them for a second on and makes a little funny quip, which we'll play in a little bit. It's election night 2004 here. Give a call, 201-209-9368 if you're trying to deal with the anguish, the stress. We'll make it like that, what is that channel, C-SPAN? Where it's like the guy sits behind the counter and it's like he just takes the calls and people call and just say anything and he doesn't react. And it's like I would like to say that George W. Bush is an American god, and I think that I heard a woman today on it say, I voted for Bush, and I think it's terrible in this time to hear all these people bringing Bush down, trying to bring him down. It's called running a campaign. This woman was like, she took that as an insult to the president, that people had maybe didn't want to say good things about him when they're running against him. In the studio, we have Jason and Megan, who, Jason is here from England, Megan is here from America, giving their spin on election 2004. And you can get in on the action by calling 201-209-9368. A young man just called me off air, who is going to call now, who wanted to say something about something. If you're listening, Thomas, now is the time for you to call. 201-209-9368. And I found another website that verified what I said about the Flintstones coming before the Honeymooners. So I am fully convinced that that is the case now. And I guess maybe because the black and white color thing is throwing people off, but...
Could I get the address for that, Tom?
For what?
The website that you're looking at.
I'm looking at Drudge now.
Oh, okay.
Drudge Report and Yahoo.
Just get that to me later.
Yes.
Thanks.
I will.
If you look at that map on Drudge Report.
The map now Bush has 153 electoral votes. Kerry has 112. Bush has 16 states. But he's got this other dumb row that they could definitely give to him. They could have given him this in like August. They could have said, you know, the results are in and George W. Bush just won Nebraska. They're in. He just won North Dakota. Watching you open a bottle with your teeth never ceases to impress me. Jason can just take his teeth are like a opener, like a bottle opener. North Dakota. And the thing is with these states is they're so stupid. They're so big and like they only have 3 electoral votes. Like North Dakota, 3. South Dakota, 3. Montana, 3. Nebraska, I think, you know. Oh, look at that dumb strip right there. And those are the people that get mad when you call it flyover country. But what? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Land the plane. I need to check out South Dakota. Pilot? Well, I know we're going from Los Angeles back to New York, but let's take a little layover in Nebraska. I'd like to check this out for a few weeks. See what makes this state tick. If they even have an airport there. Stupid state. North Carolina going Republican.
They did?
Yes.
Wow.
That was a Bush state, though. You know what they say about North Carolina? First in flight? You know,
yes.
It's like it's first in flight, 48th in indoor plumbing. That's actually the other half of that slogan that they they don't want you to hear. That guy, Thomas, come on, buddy. You were making such a big brouhaha about how you wanted to get on the air. Now's the time to do it. 201-209-9368. Or anyone else, for that matter, can call here on Election Night 2004. We're dealing with the agony and the ecstasy that is Election 2004. Let's see what we have here. People in the Friends of Tom chat, which you can check out at friendsoftom.com. Let's see what people are saying. I've been to all lower 48 states. Paul said that. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. That's right. Flintstones was first. End of story. Thank you.
Who said that?
Trader. Trader M.
Interesting.
Very smart young man. And the phones apparently have been disconnected. Let's just sit and think for a minute. These are the moments I call it riding the silence. It's like you're surfing. Just picture yourself surfing now on the absence of listeners. All alone. It's like the Silver Surfer. Just flying through the universe all by yourself. So how long are you in the United States for, Jason?
Until the 11th.
Until the 11th?
3 days after the end of the record fair.
Okay. Is that what brought you over here, the record fair?
Partially.
And you had other matters to attend to?
I did.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad are you taking care of those matters?
Well, it was 99% record fair.
99% record fair. Okay. Do you care to divulge this secret that you're apparently carrying? Do you? You two are chuckling. There's something like there's a inside joke going on. Let us in on the joke. They've just given California to Bush. I'm kidding.
Oh.
You got scared for a second. Oh. Just let it be over.
I was talking about it the other day, and I thought if Bush wins, it's not the end of the world. But then I thought, it probably literally is.
It probably is, because there will be
Armageddon.
all these Supreme Court justices that will be appointed by him. That he'll appoint like stupid people to like be there and like running things, and they'll make dumb decisions, and it'll be just stupid. And we'll all hate it, right? It'll be like a living nightmare.
Well, isn't this a lot of people are believing that it's a precursor for the rapture or something?
Yes, it feels like the end times are coming, and they will. We will all suffer and all pay the price. That's why, as soon as Bush wins, I remove myself from. I break the contract I have with society. That is when I talk to my lawyer and I break the contract that I have signed. The societal contract is over for me at that point. My contract has run out, and I do what I want from then on. I want something, I take it. I don't like something, I break it. What's going on over there? What are you writing, notes?
Yeah.
Okay. 201-209-9368 is the number. Oh, Bruce called before, and he said he wants you to ship the package.
Okay.
He said he doesn't want to have to wait another year for the package. What's that? What's the package? Heroin? Black
I've
tar
got a
heroin?
few things I was supposed to send him. And then I thought I'd see him at the record fair. But, you know, he's chickened out.
He's not going to the record fair?
He's got something less important to do.
He has a family obligation.
Yeah, I bet.
Come on, election, just be over. Just give us some nude numbers here. Make us happy. Let's get New Mexico.
So are all the polls closed now?
I don't think so. Not in California, right? I mean,
They all close at 8 p.m.
for each
for each time
state.
zone.
That's about that, 7:30, 8 o'clock. I've been eating very healthy, right, lately.
That's not what I heard.
And then today, I totally got like freaked out by everything, and I ate really unhealthy. I ate this giant bag of Doritos, and when I say giant bag of Doritos, I mean like the family size bag, the bag that costs $3.50 at the store. FMU, you're on the air. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, I just tuned in and I hear you talking about the Honeymooners and the Flintstones.
Yes.
And you said that the Flintstones were before the Honeymooners?
Yes.
I just looked. That's not true.
I just looked at two websites and it said it was true. It said
When did the Flintstones first aired in 1960?
It said Jackie Gleason was a fan of the Flintstones and wanted to do a live-action version of the Flintstones, but it was too costly, so they set it in modern times and called it the Honeymooners.
That's wrong. The Honeymooners were in 1956. The TV show.
Look,
the classic 39 shows were in 1956.
Well, I'm telling you what I read.
I didn't read that one. I just went to two other websites.
Well, I went to two also.
We're even, but I actually remember when the Flintstones came on, and I don't remember, and I remember that the Honeymooners were on before that.
Do you remember when the Honeymooners was on?
No, I was.
So then how do you know it was before? You get off my phone. For shame. I banish you to a red state. I send you to South Dakota.
Ouch.
From now on, bad calls get banished to red states. Good calls go to blue states. 201-209-9368. And yes, the Flintstones came before the Honeymooners. What's so hard to... I read it on two websites. They said Jackie Gleason was a fan, wanted to adapt it, was too expensive, so they set it in modern times.
That's just wrong, Tom.
I'm telling you what I just read. You're one step away from ending up in Oklahoma. You watch your step.
You're going to play the dream music again?
And launch you to Oklahoma. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, I just wanted to weigh in on the Flintstones controversy.
Yeah. You're with me, aren't you?
I'd like to be with you, just like I'd like to be with Carrie, but it's a night for regret, I'm afraid.
But you're with Bush? You're a Bush guy?
No, I can't even say the name anymore without choking.
You don't think Bush is going to win?
Of course he's going to win. Should it surprise us after the last election? Election, in quotes. I was just listening to NPR, and they were talking about how red states are getting
You were
redder.
listening to NPR? Get off my phone! Go to Wyoming. FMU, you're on the air.
Just because you read something doesn't mean it's true. It's a wrong information you read, that's all.
Really? Well, tell me about why that was wrong. How do you know, Weisenheimer? Hey, have you ever seen South Carolina? Because you're about to. Get off my phone! It's my mic. Was my mic cutting out there? Yes? Is it cutting out?
No, it's fine.
It's cutting out. Maybe it's my headphones. Because when I scream, it crackles and then cuts out on me. Maybe there's some governor somebody put, some audio governor. 201-209-9368. When are you people going to get it through your heads? The Flintstones came first. Just deal with it. Whatever your childhood memories are. I remember what it was like. I was 1, and the Honeymooners was on. Then I was 3, and the Flintstones was on. You don't remember anything. (201-209-9368) WFMU are on the air with me. What's up?
Just was curious about the Flintstones versus the Honeymooners aspects, but not really the timing of it, but just the image of Jackie Gleason's face in the moon.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the moon on a really clear night and looked up there and thought it was an amazing likeness, the creators, to that illustration? I think the guy that did that original artwork had to be some sort of a genius, because it's really on the ball. But whoever thought of that for the first time?
To put his face on the moon?
Yeah, I mean, I think the likeness and the comparison is excellent, but that's because we've seen it a million times. But just think about the guy that had that original thought.
Yes, I'm thinking about him right now. I actually, whenever I look at the surface of the moon, I think of Edward James Olmos's face.
Well, that's a texture. That's a texture issue.
Yes.
But I think you have to admit that that guy, and you know what? We would probably never know in a million years who that guy was, but I think a lot of people probably came to the same conclusion, that it was a really good comparison.
Hey, guess what? They just gave Mississippi to Bush. Boy, there's a surprise. And Louisiana.
Well,
it's this whole dumb upside-down horseshoe.
A question, I just had dinner with my daughter, so I've been missing all the results. I'm driving home now.
Yes.
But what is like the percentage? It was such an even percentage going into the election. Is it totally diseven at this point?
A percentage in terms of what? You mean the popular vote?
Yeah, I mean...
Well, the popular vote's 53 Bush, 46 Kerry, but that's also because these dumb states, they could have declared last week for Bush. All Bush's states are kicking in now.
So the margin isn't as close.
No, it's all the stupid states. North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Wyoming, Louisiana, Mississippi.
I guess the only good part of all that might be that if it was really close, then you know the domino effect that would happen after the election. It would just be a nightmare of recounts, and already I heard that there was a number of motions filed by both parties earlier today. Kind of a precursor to if they really needed to file the motions. So I guess if it's not that close, it might at least be a little bit more of a conclusion.
Yes. Thank you for calling, young man. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi. I just wanted to weigh in on the face on the moon controversy.
Yes, please do.
Well, it's all related to this disinformation campaign that started back in the late 50s. It was a military project. There were plans, real plans, to use nuclear weapons to carve out the face of Jackie Gleason on the moon. That's pretty well known.
Huh.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was actually quite a race. It was Jackie Gleason versus Khrushchev at the time.
They were going to put Khrushchev's face on the moon.
Well, they were able to adapt it. There was this behind-the-scenes arms race going on where they were able to counter, Soviet measures by taking a cheek out here and adding a cheek in there and that sort of thing.
I think you're fibbing.
No. What do you mean? I've seen 4 websites that say this.
Oh,
seriously.
Okay. I'm
at
sorry.
least 4.
I apologize.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing is, you're right, that in its, in the negligence that followed after the 70s and no one was interested in funding the space program, it's since deteriorated, and the sort of random activity of, meteorites and other things have left it looking a lot like Edward James Olmos. I think you're probably both right.
Thank you. You're sweet.
Well, I think we're in a time where we need mediators. There's going to be a lot of fighting in the streets tomorrow. Probably already is tonight.
Do you like fighting?
No, I don't like fighting.
You don't? Because we're going to need you.
Well, it's nice to be needed,
That's the other one.
That's always helpful. Although I hate to see the whole free world as we know it come down just to meet a simple need of mine.
My goal, if Bush wins, my goal for the next 4 years is to become a warlord.
Well, that's a good idea.
I'm going to declare like some province and be like a warlord.
Well, I think the United States is way too big. Pick a piece you want and take it.
Exactly.
And that's essentially, in fact, the Republicans have been doing that for themselves with, gerrymandering voting districts. So just find a voting district you like.
Well, they did it for themselves with this stupid strip that runs down the center of the country.
Yeah, right. The whole country. And all of Texas.
Oh, I wish we could have that. Oh.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if we could... Now, you know what? Let everybody go there. If you want to be like that, go to Nebraska. Go.
Nebraska.
It's calling you.
Yeah, I can hear it from here. Yeah. It's got to call long and hard to get people to come to Nebraska.
I'll stick with the cool states like Rhode Island or Delaware.
Oh, those are the cool ones. They pack a big electoral wallop.
Yes. Wait, Delaware. Isn't Delaware that state like when you want to get to other things, you drive through it?
That's the statistic where it's the most driven through state. I've seen that on 4 websites, actually. Yeah. People could coming from the south, you got to go north, right?
You're making fun of me by citing websites.
No, I'm not. That's where I get all my information now.
Okay. All right.
I really wouldn't feel like I was connected at all if I didn't go out to the web. Seriously.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Everything is Google this and Google that.
The phones are going nuts. I got to keep it
moving.
moving.
Oh, good. All right, keep them rolling.
Bye. 201-209-9368 is the number. 201-209-9368. Here on this exciting election night 2004. Wyoming, Bush. Bush has 169 electoral votes. Kerry has 112. The good ones didn't kick in yet. Kick in. Kick in, good ones.
Good states.
We are in studio with Megan and Jason. FMU, you're on the air.
We are in studio. Am I on the air?
Yes, you are.
All right. Well, I'd just like to tell a story about when I voted this morning. What a Republican said to me.
What state are you in?
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
When I voted this morning. What a Republican.
Okay, turn your radio down, buddy.
All right. He turned to me and he said, "Sir, are you voting Democratic?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I am."
Huh.
And he called me...
Keep it clean.
Baba Boohai.
Oh, no, a Howard Stern person got through.
That was clever.
Oh. What?
That was clever. Don't you think?
I would actually like to talk to that guy. I was listening to Howard Stern yesterday, and we could have talked all about it. Yeah, you got us, but we're trying to stop Howard Stern on this show. You figured it out. I'm going head to head with him on this show. He gets paid like $40 million a year. I have only lost money from this show. You're right. Me versus Howard Stern. The clash of the titans. Who will win?
He's probably taped that and he's now emailing Howard Stern to try and get him to play it.
If he tries to get him to play it, please. Buddy, I'm closer to Howard Stern than you'll ever know, buddy. I can't even talk about it. I'm not allowed to talk about stuff like that.
Okay.
201-209-9368 is the number. I hope that guy calls like Howard Stern and tries to play that for him, because then he'll like make fun of him. He'll be like, "Hey Howard, I got this. I pranked this DJ the other day. Here, check it out." And I'll be like, "Hey, did I tell you what happened to me when I went to vote?" What happened to you when I went to... What state were you in? I was in Pennsylvania. And this Republican said to me, Baba Boo-hi. I got him, Howard.
So, Tom.
Yes, Megan.
If you were going to become a warlord,
yes,
what area would you like to be a warlord of?
I'm not sure right now. I'm going to figure it out. I'm not ready to cross to the other side yet and be lawless.
You should prepare, though.
Yeah.
How's it looking so far?
Looking for the election or for my lawlessness?
Aren't they interrelated?
Yes. Well, Bush has 170 now.
Uh-huh.
And Kerry has 112. What dumb state did they just give Bush, like, from this stupid? There must be some dumb state they gave him. FMU, you're on the air.
This is Excelsior.
Hey, what's up, Excelsior?
I would like to be a warlord very much.
It's what it's going to be like, buddy. You want to be a warlord, you better get ready.
Republicans will die.
Okay, Excelsior, maybe we'll do battle on the game grid.
Yes, my brother.
So do you want to form an allegiance, Excelsior? Excelsior might want to form an allegiance with a new cell phone carrier. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom, it's Bruce.
Hey, Bruce, how are you?
I'm fine. You know, there is one perspective I know Jason would love to hear from this one person. I need to know what Captain Jack's perspective of the election is.
I was just thinking the same thing.
He is banned for a year.
I know he's banned, but come on.
You want Captain Jack to call?
I would love to hear him to call in.
I want to know who he voted.
Okay, this is what I will say right now. Captain Jack, if you're listening, tonight you are allowed to call in to make your final case for why you should not be banned for a year, and you can talk about election 2004.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Bruce.
Bye.
FMU or on the air with me.
Hi, you. I have a question about lawlessness.
What would you like to know?
Well, if you're going to be a warlord, it's not going to be the absence of law. You're going to be the law. So what will your new laws be? I'm just considering where I need to move.
I don't want to entertain these things a whole lot yet because I'm not ready to give up.
Oh, well, why don't you pick some laws that are around that you like? Like what state would you like in its current form? Or what piece of what state?
Oh, I'm going to take part of, it's going to probably be part of New Jersey.
Part of New Jersey. Which part? Not Linden. Not the part with Linden.
I'm thinking Clark, maybe? Clark?
Yeah.
What do you think, Clark? There's like a Barnes & Noble there that I could loot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Short Hills is kind of nice.
You want a big, like...
Ooh, Short Hills. I want Short Hills.
No, I call
Short Hills. Yeah,
no, you're not a warlord.
I want them all.
Well, if you want good, be able to loot good food, definitely Short Hills.
If I want good what?
Food.
There's a Johnny Rockets at the Short Hills Mall.
Oh.
You like Johnny Rockets?
Well.
It's like the 50s.
That's right. Right.
Think
Johnny
about
Rockets.
think about what it must have been like at one of those authentic 50s restaurants. Jackie Gleason sitting at a booth watching the Honeymooners on the old watching the not the Honeymooners, the Flintstones.
Right.
Watching
right.
the Flintstones on the
and they
on
come
the
on
TV
and some really beautiful girl comes over from the bar and says, "Is that sorry, that looks so much like you. Is that?" Oh, and he says, "Yeah, I didn't know it was on today." Yeah, thank you for noticing. Would you like my autograph?
Well, no, he's watching the Flintstones, and he's
saying,
saying,
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He would be using. That's why he extolled them so much. It became such a babe magnet for him.
And he's saying, I should rip that show off and I should do a live version of the Flintstones.
Well, maybe.
And then he goes to the Dumont Network and says, I'd like to do a live version of the Flintstones. They're like, it's too pricey, Jackie. He says, what if I said it in modern day? I'll call it the Honeymooners. They say, now you're talking.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's revisionist history, if you ask me.
You're about to go to Oklahoma.
Not if I get there first.
Get off my phone. FMU, you're on the air.
Hello, Tommy.
Yes.
This is Tom Dabrowski. I called you about the Brian and the Captain Jack and the Barnacle Blues Band.
Yeah, now you play in the Barnacle Blues Band?
Yeah, I like to play. I just got together with Brian, and he's really great. And I know he's working with a friend. I forget who's his name in the studio, but he's a big fan of the Barnacle Blues Band.
Captain Jack.
I know that you kicked him off the air a year ago, but he's too good for that.
Are you friends
I
with
mean,
Captain
I wish you
Jack?
could put him back on the air and stuff.
Are you friends with him?
I'm a friend of Brian, yeah.
Why don't you call him and tell him he could come on the show tonight?
I could call him and tell him he could come on the show tonight?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ready tonight. I mean, it's kind of short notice. What time? Is there another night?
So you're in the Barnacle Blues Band?
Yeah.
What instrument do you play?
I'm a drummer. I'm a renowned jazz and blues and rock drummer.
You're a renowned drummer?
Yeah.
What are you renowned
I play jazz a lot. I play with Al DeFino and Bob Elgar blues jazz band, the trio.
So you're pretty much renowned for playing with Al Garfino.
Al DeFino.
Al DeFino.
Yeah. And Jerry Ruffin and Brian. And other bands, I had a whole bunch of bands. We played in a lot of clubs and stuff. But
did you vote today?
That's what I'm doing now.
Did you vote today?
Yep.
Who'd you vote for?
Do I have to tell you?
Sure.
Kerry.
Okay.
I'm a Democrat.
All right. Why don't you call Captain Jack and see if he'll come on the air? Give it a shot, buddy. Do it.
Okay, Tommy.
Do it. Okay, thanks.
All right.
Bye. Boy, what a shocker that he would be in Captain Jack's band.
I liked him.
He seemed like a nice
He sounded
enough
nice
sort.
guy, yeah.
Yes.
Who do you think Captain Jack would vote for?
Nader.
Nader.
Right?
Cool.
He'd be like, I voted out on the ship we were... Give me some Captain Jack talk.
I think he would write in for King Neptune.
Can you do a Captain Jack impression, Jason?
I don't know if I can.
Try.
Yeah, we just got back from the 7 Seas, and oh man, there's some rough weather out there, and we love you, Tom. We love you out there, and I'm not making much sense right now, but
I love your American accent. It's hilarious.
I've got a new one.
FMU, you're on the air.
It's me, Captain Jack.
This is not Captain Jack.
Yes,
For
He sounded
shame.
much drunker.
Let's hear your American accent.
Yeah.
Read something in an American accent.
No, I've just been concentrating on one word.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Do different British accents. Do different ones.
Like, from where?
Do like the,
I don't even know what-
that one. Do like that Cockney.
But, I don't know, that's like Dick Van Dyke Cockney. It's not a... Do what?
Do Alfie.
Oh, which one?
Maybe that should be your new
Siobhan.
nickname on the show, Alfie. We'll call you Alfie.
Please.
FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, me, it's Captain Jack.
Hey.
We're getting the barnacles out here. Hey, man.
It's Hernando Biggie.
It's Captain Jack.
Hey, it's Hernando Biggles.
Hey, man.
Wasn't that the name you were operating on? Operating under?
It's Captain Jack.
Whatever happened to Sammy?
You know, the mermaids are going crazy down here. Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Tommy.
Yeah?
It's Captain Jack.
You
So you know, me and the barnacles.
You have actually captured a Captain Jack phone call perfectly, young man.
Yeah.
Who is this, actually?
My name's Petey.
Hey, Petey, how are you?
Hey,
I
Tommy.
didn't recognize you for a second there.
Yeah, no.
So what's going on tonight in your house?
Nothing.
Petey, who'd you vote for?
Nothing.
No one.
Yeah, I got the prizes, you know.
Why didn't you vote?
Tom?
You did get the prizes I
Yeah,
sent out?
they're good prizes.
Because you won the
Yeah.
the I Love the Best Show contest.
Thanks for that, Tommy.
Tell the people some of the prizes that were in there.
I got some books, you know, some cool books, including The Lazy Person's Guide to Life.
Yes.
Right, Tommy?
Yeah, which we had that author on.
Yeah. And I got Aqua Teen DVD and some Adult Swim toys and T-shirts and stuff like that, Tommy.
Uh-huh. Now, are you going to wear, if you wear like an Aqua Teen Hunger Force thing to school, will you be cool?
Yeah.
Do kids in your school like that?
Maybe like 1/5 of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, would that make you cool? That would be like, hey, Petey's the cool.
I already am cool, Tommy.
No, really? Would it make you cool?
No, Tommy, everybody reads No Chomsky in my school.
Really?
Yeah.
What school do you go to again?
Mambo Gilberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really say because, you know, Dad.
Uh-huh.
You know who Dad is,
I
right?
don't blame Dad on that one.
He's a good man.
Yeah, I don't want some creepy listener showing up at your school.
Uh-huh.
Hey, where's Petey?
So, Tommy, what day are you going to the record fair?
Sunday or Monday?
You should go Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, because, you know, Monday, it's not on then.
Oh, there is no record fair Monday?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
Sunday.
Maybe I'll go Sunday then. Are you going to be there Sunday?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, me and Paul.
Do it.
I know.
Rock and roll. You and Paul?
Yeah, I'll be walking around with like a basket.
With a basket?
Of CDs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'll have a sign on my shirt.
And what's the sign going to say?
Here are the CDs.
Is it literally going to say, here are the CDs?
Yeah. It's going to be cool, Tom.
What if it said, I'm with stupid?
Okay.
And the arrow is pointing up.
You know, how about the arrow is pointing like sideways, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I tell some guy to stand near me. Get it?
Uh-huh.
Because then it'll be like he's stupid.
Wait, no, because if you don't want to do that, because if the guy's standing next to you, then I get it now.
What?
Classic.
I know.
Hey, Petey.
Yeah.
What's the furthest you've ever been in the United States?
What?
What's the furthest you've ever been in the United States?
Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah.
Because guess what?
What?
You're about to take a trip to Mississippi. Get off my phone! Anybody calls, bad call, you go to the red states. Even good calls are going to the red states. 201-209-9368. I banish you to a red state. Just let it be over.
How's it looking right now?
There's nothing going on right now. There's no movement. Because we're coming up by the hour. Polls are closing. 10 minutes, I'm sure we'll have a bunch of stuff. Just let Kerry win. Or let Bush win.
At least all that baseball stuff is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Red Sox won.
Huh.
Which is hilarious to me because Red Sox fans don't know what to do with their lives now. That let's go like, we're losers. We lose every year. That's who we are. Lose. And all of a sudden it's like, wait, we won. Wait. And then it's like 4 months from now they're going to be like, wait, my life still stinks. And then they're going to kill themselves. Or die underneath my Warlord administration. FMU are on the air with me.
Hi. I just wanted to mention that one Red Sox fan certainly has figured out what to do with his life.
Who's that?
Kurt Schilling. I assume he's a fan of his team.
Kurt Schilling.
Running around stumping for Bush.
What a factory rap douche.
Yeah, I think so. Used even. He's been poked.
And he's like, no. He's the kind of where he's like, yeah, He used like winning the World Series as a like immediately as a platform. It's
Right.
not like he hit the campaign trail. It's like, hey, I'm going to campaign for Bush now. No, he like literally was like, vote for Bush. Like
Right.
as soon
He
as
was
like,
doing it at random. He's probably walking down the street doing it.
I hope his ankle rots off and he has 1 foot. They
He-
tried
I
that
think he's
stupid,
growing a third foot.
They
Actually.
tried that stupid surgery on him. I hope it fails.
Yeah, no, I think they are. They're trying to graft a third foot. Really, he really deserves third foot status.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, Kurt Schilling, I notice you're not playing baseball for a team in like Wyoming or Nebraska or Mississippi. Why don't you play for one of like their single A teams? Because that's all they can support out there in those
Yeah.
hellholes. Thank you for calling. FMU, you're on the air.
Tommy?
Yes.
This is Tom.
Hey, how's
I
it
just
going?
called you about Captain Jack and the Barnacle Blues Band.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a great band. I really love them. And we could, play.
Uh-huh.
And
Now does
tonight's an election night, so they're showing all election footage on the television.
Yeah.
Did you vote today, Tommy?
I didn't. I'm going to probably vote in a couple hours.
Are you going to vote for who?
I'm not. I'm still kind of undecided right now. I'm leaning.
Yeah, they're both good men, like the best man win, that's all.
Uh-huh. Now, as Marco Blues Band, do you get paid in tie stick?
We got what?
Nothing.
Well, I'm sorry.
Did Captain Jack, did you call him?
Yeah, I called Captain Jack.
And what did he say?
Well, he says you close at 11 o'clock. It's a little bit late to get there now. We live all the way up in Middletown here in New York.
Yeah, I thought he lived on a boat in the ocean. Oh, wait, no, he lives in an actual town in New Jersey. There's a shocker.
New York.
Oh, New York, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just going to pot this up here. Hold on one second. Oh, I hung up on you. I'm so sorry.
Oops.
FMU, you're on the air.
Yes, I wanted to weigh in on this Honeymooners Flintstones controversy.
You want to weigh in on the Honeymooners Flintstones controversy here on WFMU 201-209-9368. It is election night 2004. I'm in studio with Megan and Jason, who are helping me deal with the pressure of election night 2004. But we're also debating whether the Flintstones came before the Honeymooners or the Honeymooners came before the Flintstones. And I have found online proof that the Flintstones came first. What is your take on this situation, caller?
Well, the Honeymooners, being a spin-off from the Jackie Gleason show, was originally broadcast in the mid-'50s as opposed to the Flintstones' first season being on in 1960.
Good man. I agree.
No.
No.
Yes.
He's right.
Now, also, Jackie Gleason wanted to sue the Flintstones, sue Hanna-Barbera for making that show, for ripping them off. But he decided against it because his lawyers talked him out of it.
There's actually a thing here saying, let's see, Alan Reed, voice of Fred Flintstone. Bea Bernadette was the voice of Betty Rowe. Okay, Jackie Gleason, fan. I guess was it called Cave Fever originally? It says a black and white cartoon, Cave Fever, which became Flintstones when it aired on ABC.
The Flintstones were originally supposed to be called the Gladstones.
Okay, but I'm saying it says Jackie Gleason's show called Cave Fever, which was the precursor to, an animated precursor to Flintstones, and he based the Honeymooners on Cave Fever. And a few years later, Cave Fever changed its name and went color, retitling itself the Flintstones to commemorate the fact that it was now a color broadcast.
The Flintstones had nothing to do with Cave Fever. The Flintstones were totally its own.
No. It says Fred. It says it was Fred Flintstone, Wilma Flintstone. For Alan Reed did the voice. Gene Vanderpyle did the voice of Wilma. Mel Blanc and Bea Bernadette did the voices on it, and they were called Barney was named Hank on it, though. That's the only difference. But it was Fred Flintstone and Wilma Flintstone on Cave Fever.
Totally unrelated.
How can it be unrelated? His name was Fred Flintstone, and it was voiced by Alan Reed.
So Cave Fever was before the Honeymooners.
Yes.
Saying back there?
What's that? Let me put that. There you go. Say that again?
Cave Fever was before the Honeymooners?
Yes.
saying Cave Fever was behind the Honeymooners.
It was before the Honeymooners. Yes.
And this was still a Hanna-Barbera production?
It doesn't say whether it was or not.
Because there have been other cartoons that took place during prehistoric times. Maybe not necessarily with the family, with the next door neighbors, seeing what kind of trouble they can get into.
But that's what this one was. It was the stories revolved around Fred Flintstone's dunderheaded moves, his wife Wilma, next door neighbor Hank, which was voiced by Mel Blanc, and Betty Rubble. So I guess they changed his name to Barney when it became the Flintstones. Their neighbors usually able to get things right. And then it says Jackie Gleason was a fan of Cave Fever and wanted to adapt that for television, and did it in modern times, which was called The Honeymooners.
I would have to check that source very carefully.
Okay, please do. I could use your input on that. Well, thanks for calling.
Thank
201-209-9368 is the number. 201-209-WFMU. We could use your calls here on election night 2004. It's so horrible, isn't it? It's just horrible. Let it be over. Let it be over.
It'll be over soon.
I don't want to be a warlord.
You'd be such a good warlord.
I know I would.
Would you be a merciless warlord?
Yes.
Would you ride a horse?
I would ride a horse. A steel horse.
What would his name be?
Maximus.
Maximus.
Yes.
Horse of Tom.
Yes, Lord Tom.
Would you live in a cave?
No. Live in a mansion.
Do you think Jillian Barberie wants to live in a cave?
I'm a warlord. What I says goes. That's how it is when you're a warlord. 201-209-9368 is the number here at WFMU. Election night 2004. The hour, we're almost at the 10 o'clock hour here, which means that some polls will be closing in different time zones, and I'm sure they'll start to declare some other states. Oh, I got such a stomach ache right now. Oh, just let it be over. FMU, you're on the air.
Tom Scharpling. I am Navdeep, a spokesman for the good people of India. Our country is relying behind a radio personality known to all as Captain Jack. Please return him to the airways as soon as possible, okay? My favorite Captain Jack moment when the two of you met in the studio on that magical night.
I wish I had a camera. Here's the man, huh? It's good Tom Scharpling. Thank you, good people of India, for your support during these troubling times. Hey, you sure pulled the old cat of nine tails out of me, Tommy. Why don't you just hang me carriage from the missing mast and let the seagulls pick me eyeballs out, why don't you? Well, once again, the Indian Empire, thanks again, and namaste to all.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what it was either, but I loved every minute of it.
I think that's from Captain Jack.
I think so also. It sounded like highlights.
I think it's from the people of India.
201-209-9368 is the number. Oh, sweet mercy. Oh, sweet, sweet mercy. Spare me.
But I wouldn't mind going to see the Barnacles Blues Band. If they're playing before the 11th.
Yeah. It's too bad they're not
I can't take the pressure. I can't
Tom, are you okay?
take the pressure.
Tom.
I hate the election.
He's sweating onto the microphone.
I hate it. I just care too much. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, I have a suggestion.
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, so instead of announcing exit polls and then calling states, why don't they announce how many votes are in dispute?
and how what likelihood that state's election results are to be completely null and void by the next day.
Uh-huh.
Because there's much more of that going on even than the last time around. Wouldn't that give us a better sense of what the real election results are than exit polls?
Possibly.
Well, I don't know. It's just a thought.
Well, that's a good idea.
You
It's
know?
a little too
There are
creative.
a lot of people keeping track of it, is what I'm saying.
It's a
I
little-
could send all these reporters around to talk to those people who are standing there keeping track of how many, what do they call them? Not alternate ballots. What if they keep you from voting because you don't have your latest utility bill in hand? You can get a ballot and vote anyway. There's a name for that. A provisional vote.
Uh-huh.
So there are more provisional ballots this year than there've ever been, apparently. Why don't they have a count of provisional ballots? That tells you, how much in error likely the results are. What percentage of the votes still lie unknown, basically.
I think statistically that might be lower than the total vote count anyway of non-provisional ballots.
I think it really depends on the precinct. They have precincts where they poured. I mean, you're right. The point you're making is right. Most places it's not going to affect things, but some of the places that are going to have the biggest effect, like big precincts in inner cities like West Philly and St. Louis and Missouri, where they did it last time around in 2000, they could have could turn out to 50% of the votes are in play.
Bush is going to win, isn't he?
I hope not.
Don't say that. Every time you say that,
what?
It's like finding the pile of dog poop and stepping in it again.
Yeah, get off my phone!
Every time you say that, a fairy dies.
We might be walking in that for another 4 years.
It's a really old one. It's nearly as old as Ronnie Lane. This one.
Oh. It's over. It's over, right? Yes? What?
How many precincts have reported?
Bush 195, Kerry 112.
95 what?
No, 195.
Oh.
195 to 112. I'm going to be a warlord. I'm telling you. You don't want your house burnt down. You better pray.
Maybe you could be a Time Lord.
Now, this might be a horrible... I should be a Time Lord. I wish I was a Time Lord. I'm in studio. Let me just say what records we heard first before we get into the funny stuff. We heard a couple things from the I Heart Huckabee soundtrack, and that's we heard John Bryan didn't think it would turn out bad, which seems to be the theme for tonight. Balancing Act by Volcano Suns before that, from the album entitled Bright Orange Years, their first album. Another thing from I Heart Huckabee soundtrack, Later Monday. And I liked I Heart Huckabees a lot. You could almost say I hearted I Heart Huckabees. When's it gonna be over? Oh, I have jury duty tomorrow. Oh, that is gonna be some rough stuff. My goal during the jury duty, if Bush wins, my goal is to release a murderer on society. People.
That's fitting.
Yes. Although I'm only going after red states. Maybe I'll be like the red state warrior. I'll just terrorize the red states. Which by all rights, now this is a horrible thing to say, and nobody wants to hear somebody say this, but I'm going to say it. Obviously, there should never be another terrorist attack on the United States. Duh.
Of course not.
Of course not. But all these dopes, Megan was making a great point about all these dopes in the Midwest are the ones who are like, we're scared of terror. We're scared of terror. And it's like, nobody's going to terrorize Nebraska. No terrorist. What are they going to blow up? The corn shack?
Your silo.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want Saddam Hussein blowing up my silo. They might blow up the Stuckies. No, they're not going to. The terrorists are after the blue states, you idiots. Anything that's blue has good stuff in it. Anything that's red is stupid. That's just the way it works out. It's almost like a color code. Should be like a vacation color code. It's like you wanted to go somewhere with nice things, go to one of these nice blue states. You want to go to states that are awful? The states that people move out of are red states. The states that people move to are blue. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom.
Hold on one second. We, before that song, we heard from the Psychedelicas, Volume 1, we heard Los Walkers with 19.8. Human Instinct before that from their classic Stone Guitar album. We heard Black Sally, which is also seems to be the order of the day. Black Sally is coming to get you, and it won't be long. And starting us off, another Faces track. You heard John Peel at the beginning of that one. The late, great John Peel. From You're My Girl. I don't want to discuss it. Another great track on the box set. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom, how you doing, man?
All right, who's this?
It's Captain Jack, man. I know you got Jason in there tonight, and, you know, I didn't know. I just tuned in like 5 minutes ago.
What's up, buddy? Did your friend call? Is that your...
He's my pal. I don't know. Jason and I are tight, man. We go back a long ways.
Who's the guy in your group? What is that guy's name who called?
I don't know. I just tuned in like 5 minutes.
No, there's a guy from your rock group who called. I think he's the drummer.
Oh, we got a bunch of cats. What did he play?
Sleepy Joe.
He's the drummer.
Oh, the drummer, Tommy.
Tommy,
yes. Tommy D. Yeah, we call him Tsunami Tommy.
Uh-huh.
Or Tahitian Tommy, depending on what hemisphere we're in. But he's called in, really?
Tumor Tommy.
Yeah, he called in and said he was.
Yeah, you like Tommy?
Sure, he sounded like he was awesome, and he sounds like a perfect fit in your band.
He was very mellow.
Tommy's outrageous. In fact, we had a jazz band a bunch of years ago, and there was an old black cat playing saxophone, and this dude knew how to do it.
What was he?
He was from what?
You said he was a what?
Well, he's an old black dude.
An old black dude.
Oh, I can't say that. I can't say black dude on the air anymore.
I guess he's not a
black dude is too offensive.
Well, no, I like that. He's just a dude. He's an old black dude. He's an old black dude.
Well, anyway,
you're like one of those guys. You're like one of those guys. If there's like
beautiful creature on the planet, whether he was a black dude.
Of course he was, because he's an artist.
A beautiful.
These black dudes can play their instruments. They're artists with their instruments.
I can't hear you, Tom. What?
These black dudes are artists with their instruments, right?
Oh, he was outrageous. He said the instrument should be an extension of your body. I mean, he's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So anyway,
he was a natural musician, right? Was he a natural musician?
Story. You want to hear a Tommy story?
Was he a natural musician?
Oh, outrageous. So anyway,
he doesn't have to
Jerry
work
was
hard.
Like the one
he doesn't have to work hard at it like us white
70s
guys, right?
Band, and he was the one dude, and he was a little paranoid. You know, I don't know if you ever played basketball. I think you were
basketball.
When I saw you, you had a good chance.
Yeah.
But
so
if you play basketball with like 9 black dudes, you get a little paranoid.
So you were talking about saxophones and basketball.
Of that, okay? He's in a band where there are like 6 Caucasians, okay?
Yeah.
And we sound Caucasian, okay? In fact, occasionally he would come up with, "Hey, you sounded a little Caucasian there." And we'd always
That's a nice impression there. Was he?
What?
What was he? What is this? The 30s or something?
No. It was like the late 50s. So the thing that really got me was one day I brought up one song. I brought up "Watermelon Man" by Mongo Santa Maria.
Black dude, basketball, watermelon man. You're right there on the cusp.
I'm out of control tonight.
How long have you been out on that
Mongo Santa Maria had a tune called "Watermelon Man." Okay. So I played it for Tommy before we got on, and so Tommy was a little insecure. Okay, he's a shy guy. I don't know if he got that over the air or not.
Yeah,
he's very shy. So he hides behind his drums. I mean, back then especially, he was very quiet and subdued, and he was like just hiding from the whole band. And he said he just kind of peeped out. how about Watermelon Man by Mongo Santa Maria? And Jerry just said, did you say watermelon?
Nice
Tommy's
impression.
hair flew back against the wall. I mean, it was just, it was like surreal. It was like,
now you
it
know,
was just,
you
there
know.
was nothing evil about it. I mean, he
course
just
there
brought
wasn't.
up a tune,
Uh-huh.
but being under that sense of paranoia,
Yeah,
he couldn't handle it.
yeah. There's nothing
So,
offensive about
anyway,
your nothing
but Tommy's a great guy.
Nothing
But
offensive
anyway,
about.
let me get
No,
to my
you
man.
shut up!
Let me get to my man.
Shut up! I'm talking now!
What? What's that?
Will you listen to me for 1 minute?
You just diss me left and right.
Get off my phone forever!
Oh, no. Tom, you okay?
I declare a fatwa on Captain Jack. FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, you guys are just not nice to Captain Jack.
Tom, have you declared a jihad on Captain Jack? Wow.
He wouldn't listen. Do you hear what he does? He just talks and talks and talks, and then he gets mad when I want to talk. FMU, you're on the air.
I just want to know one thing.
What?
What cup size is that girl wearing that's on in the air there with you?
I can tell you.
What?
Tom.
What?
Are you okay?
Yes. Just gathering myself.
Get up off the floor.
I'm gathering. Hold on.
Tom.
Let me concentrate for a minute.
Tom, you have to do a radio.
No, I'm doing a radio show.
Okay.
Oh. Captain Jack. That creepy racist impression he was doing. Hey man, I'm not doing nothing. And he's like, did you say watermelon man? Like the voice he was doing for that guy. No man, I'm not racist. Of course you're not. No man. I'm rooting for the perfect storm now for Captain Jack. You're banned forever. You will now be a punchline on the show and never allowed to respond. Because you're rude. You're rude, Captain Jack. You're a disgusting human being. I hope you come to the record fair, Captain Jack. Oh. Oh. I taste the blood in my mouth, like the... It's kind of bloody. Shredded vocal cords. 201-209-9368 is the number here on the old-fashioned radio show. I'm going to turn your mics back on.
Hi,
Okay.
thanks, Tom.
Megan and Jason are in the studio.
Tom, where's Mike?
I don't know. Is he home, do you think?
I heard that he was not at home.
Does he have a cell phone number?
He does not have a cell phone number.
He should call in so we can talk about the record fair. Or I'll tell everybody about
It's
it.
his gig. Record Fair.
Hey, everybody. The WFMU Fall Record and CD Fair is November 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's the last record fair until next fall. More than 200 dealers of obscure and wonderful music in every genre imaginable. If WFMU is the only place you've heard it, the WFMU Record Fair is probably the only place you're going to find it. Live entertainment. The Greasy Kid Stuff Farewell Tour. Belinda, Hova, and DJ Wawa's last live broadcast. Featuring the Duanatron family of kid-friendly electronic instruments and the homespun merry-go-round. Saturday at 10 a.m. Isaiah Owens, the gospel guitarist from Alabama, brought into the limelight by Sinners Crossroads host Kevin Nutt. Saturday at 2 p.m. with host Doug Shulkin. The Super Karaoke Fun Time Band. Sign up at the Record Fair to sing anything from Thin Lizzy to Superchunk to the MC5. Best vocalist of the day wins an impressive and yet to be determined grand prize. Saturday at 4 p.m. with host Terry T. WFMU, you're on the air.
Hi, Tom. It's Chris.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just going to finish reading this Record Fair thing for a minute. Laura Cantrell, our own very proprietress of the Radio Thrift Shop, performs live. Sunday at 2 p.m. with host Chris T. There's also the AV Lounge and more to be added during the coming days. So check out wfmu.org/Record Fair for updates, a list of attending dealers, information on guest DJs, directions to the venue, etc. The address is the Metropolitan Pavilion, 125 West 18th Street, in Manhattan, just off 6th Avenue. It's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, November 5th, 6th, and 7th. Regular admission is Friday, 7 to 10 p.m., $5. Saturday or Sunday, 10 a.m., 7 p.m. Early admission is $20 Friday at 4, which includes unlimited re-entry all weekend long. All sales from the WFMU merchandise table directly benefit the station and help keep freeform radio alive and kicking. For more information, call Mike Lupica at 201-521-1416 extension 243 or email him at mike@wfmu.org. And if you'd like to volunteer, Scott is the person to get in touch with, 201-521-1416 extension 228, or email him at volunteer@wfmu.org. How are you, Chris?
Well, you know, I'm a little bit down, a little bit weirded out as well. It sounds like you are too.
About the election?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so far you can still say that Bush hasn't won any state he wasn't supposed to win.
Absolutely. But I don't know, do you get the feeling that sort of, I keep seeing a lot of, it's entirely possible that Bush is actually going to take this. This is not a surprise to anybody. And I'm not for a second suggesting that he's won anything, but it's a tight race, and it's scary, and I don't know. He's not going to get any more support if he does win. He has none to begin with.
No.
Talks of bankruptcy, everything is super scary and super sort of doomsday-ish. But still, something's going to happen that's at least going to bring some sort of resolution. Do you not feel that you want something to drop? And I mean that in the broadest of terms. Since 2000, we've been under some sort of a cloud with this administration, and if he gets in again, it's going to be the same and yet worse, but perhaps something will resolve. Somebody might try and shoot him for real.
Oh, don't, you can't, I can't talk about that on the air.
Okay, but I mean that figuratively as well. Something might happen where, he's not going to get any more support in the world.
No.
I think that's pretty clear cut.
It will be over. I will be a roaming warlord. Taking what I want, breaking what I don't. What I want, I take. What I don't, I break. What AC/DC song is that?
That is Problem Child.
Yes,
I
it
believe.
is.
Nice.
Oh, sweet fun.
Yeah, Chris.
Well, let's not get too down. It's a party, right? It's election night.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to claim the parking lot out back.
As your warlord
Domain.
turf?
Yeah, my Warlord S, if that's the
Okay.
proper term.
What would it be for a female warlord?
I don't know.
I think it'd just be a warlord.
Yeah, that could be
Female warlord.
A war lady.
A war lady. My lord, my lady.
I want to say one other quick thing here.
Yeah.
I saw Obama tonight on CNN, and maybe I'm being like overly doomsdayish, but he just looked like the whole presentation and production looked like the biggest shill event I've ever seen. And maybe I'm being pessimistic, but
what was it that you saw?
Obama there he was elected, I believe, to the Senate.
Uh-huh.
And just the production. I mean, I don't like the production of most things. It's not
He's the guy who did the keynote address at the Democratic Committee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obama. What's his last name?
Oh, yeah.
That's his last. His first name is Barack. Barack, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you, Jason.
No.
Chris.
Yeah.
I don't remember who's here.
Well, try and hold it together, guys. Try and hold it
Captain Jack
together.
took a lot out of me.
It's not over till it's over.
But then if it's over, it's really over. Don't you
No,
think?
it's not.
Oh,
It's
Captain
not.
Jack.
Listen to this Canadian.
Why did you betray me, Captain Jack?
Oh, Captain Jack. Never mind Captain Jack.
You are dead to me forever, Captain Jack.
Captain Jack's a whole new feeling.
I
in the
declare-
Friends of Tom. That's a good thing.
I declare war on Captain Jack.
Would you raise Middletown to the ground when you're Warlord?
No, he's on the ship. He's out in the ocean. He doesn't live on land.
You'd have to
like
start
his
a
dumb-
Warlord Navy.
Like his dumb friend
get
said.
Captain
What did his friend say his name was?
Thomas.
Captain Jack's real name?
Yeah.
Brian.
Brian. Hey, man, it's Brian. Well, where'd Captain Jack come from? Oh, I made it up, man.
He's a pirate.
He is a pirate. Thank you, Chris.
Oh well, thanks a lot, guys. And honestly, let's not
No,
despair.
let's not give up. We won't give up yet.
There's
Stand
always
tall.
Canada to move to.
Let's not give up.
Let's stand tall,
Let's
no
keep
matter what
fighting.
happens.
Let's keep fighting.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Live by example.
Yes.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Night.
Bye. 201-209-9368 is the number.
Tom,
Yes.
when's our band going to practice again?
The medical marijuana.
Yeah.
If Bush wins, I'm breaking up the medical marijuana.
Why didn't you say this last week? You could have garnered a few more votes.
Yeah, this would have incited some people to vote
I'm
Carol.
going solo.
What will you call yourself?
Warlord Tom.
It's not so
And,
catchy.
and the act of destruction. And my band will be called Warlord Tom and the love of the act of destruction. I think it sounds pretty good.
That's a good working title so far.
Oh, 201-209-9368. We got 12 minutes to go in the show. Let's check where we're at. We go to the Yahoo poll tracker.
That's the Yahoo that's tracking only the states in the middle of the country.
Yes. Yahoo. Come on, Yahoo. Kick in. Declare some new states.
Don't do that to Brian's record.
That's not Captain Jack's record. Oh, no, okay, Brian. Yeah, okay. The other Brian.
The cool Brian.
Yes.
The deep sea diving Brian.
195 to 112. Come on.
How many precincts reporting?
43.
43%.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what could happen now? Say Florida goes to Kerry.
Yeah. Yeah. Florida
and Ohio.
And Ohio.
That would be him back in the running. Would it not?
Yeah, but I think, let's see where we're at. Drudge usually has the live updates on where people are.
Drudge usually has the lie.
Real-time Florida results. 51 to 47. Bush.
So it's not looking so good so far right now. Maybe if we all clapped our hands, like in Peter Pan, where people believe that fairies existed.
I don't believe that fairies exist.
But maybe we could all believe that Kerry could win if we started clapping our hands. I mean,
anything's worth a try.
People don't have to do
Oh.
So Ohio, where's Ohio?
Let's see where Ohio's at. Ohio, 53-47 Bush.
And that's on Drudge?
No, that's on Yahoo.
Okay. Well, I'm with Megan. Let's start clapping.
Start clapping your hands. Right now, Bush has a lead in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Florida. Kerry has a lead in Iowa and Minnesota, which are states he should have taken. Somebody put a thing up saying, Megan, you are cute.
Oh, thank you.
Who?
His name is D. Wiggins.
Don't know him. Thanks, though. I have some state humor. You want to hear it?
Sure.
All right. What's round at both ends and tall in the middle?
Round at both ends and tall in the middle. What?
Ohio.
Ah, okay. Very funny.
Thank you.
Should I play a record or something?
I don't know. Maybe we should get a report on how the Queen's Corgis are doing. How are the Queen's Corgis, Jason?
Still alive.
Good.
201-209-9368 is the number. 201-209 WFMU. FMU, you're on the air.
I'm actually on the air?
Yes.
Wow. I never expected that.
Well, you are.
Very cool.
Dreams come true. What's up?
Did you guys solve the Honeymooners Flintstones?
Uh-huh.
Oh. So the Honeymooners came first, right?
No, Flintstones did. It was called Cave Fever.
Oh.
At the time, and then it was renamed Flintstones when it went to full color.
Interesting. Well, so what year did that start?
It must have started before the Honeymooners because it said Jackie Gleason watched Cave Fever.
Wow.
And was a fan of it and decided to do a live-action version of it.
Gotcha. Well, I never heard of that Cave Fever.
I didn't either, but Tom showed me the website, and I'm convinced now.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for the for the Honeymooners actually, because that was on in like '55.
What state do you live in?
New Jersey.
Blue state. Yay. Click. 7 minutes to go. I'm just going to play records. I'm tired. Yelling at Captain Jack tired me out. It did. I was sick last week, and I want to thank Ravel for filling in. I was sick all week, and my strength is so tenuous and so fragile. I have so little energy in the tank. And Captain Jack just took it from me.
I've never seen such anger.
He stole it from me. He stole my energy. He stole my life force. He stole my life force. He took my life force. They just gave Kerry Pennsylvania.
Yes. That's something?
That's something.
Does that mean he can stay at the Mount Airy Lodge for free?
So what were the three crucial states?
Well, Pennsylvania's one of them.
Yeah, which is one.
Ohio and Florida are the other ones.
Which haven't been declared.
No.
Well then, what are we worried about?
Oh, we're worried. We're worried. California's what, 55 electoral votes?
Yeah.
Oregon and Washington. He takes California, Oregon, Washington. Takes boop, boop, boop.
California's a given.
Yeah, I'm saying, but he takes the West. I'm saying those are not added in yet.
Okay.
Arizona, Bush. Idaho, Bush.
Poland.
Poland with Alexander Wisniewski.
Bush.
Bush. Iowa, Bush carries in the lead. Carries in the lead in Minnesota.
France.
The moon. Jackie Gleason.
Michigan. Get the. Hey, let's play a record. We played this one already, but I'm going to play it again because the title is appropriate. Didn't Think It Would Turn Out Bad by John Bryan here on WFMU. Oh, Captain Jack. This is less about the election and more about Captain Jack now. He took my energy from me. He took it. He was so rude.
Tommy wilted.
You heard how rude he was.
And you were full of energy before when you came in. And
Yes.
now you're like a
Because I'm sick.
wilted
I'm
lettuce
recovering.
or something.
I'm just recovering. And that creep took my energy. He stole it from me. He stole it.
For shame.
It was happy at the start when you offered me the part.
FMU, you're on the air.
I'm not on the air.
Yes, you are.
All right. Well, I wanted was to weigh in on that Ohio riddle she just called here.
You want to weigh in on the Ohio joke?
Yes.
Weigh in.
Actually, it's not round and both end and tall in the middle. It's round and both end and high in the middle. It's high in the middle.
Does that make sense?
You got
high.
me. You're right.
So you didn't tell the joke right.
I told it wrong.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to give it away.
It's
If you say it's round
high,
at both ends and high in the middle, you give it away.
Yeah. No, you don't. No, nobody. Because nobody ever guessed it. Nobody ever guessed it when I asked it.
Are you the joke police or something?
No, but I have another one from another state.
What state are you from?
New York.
From New York?
Yes.
Hey, would you like to go on a vacation paid for by this show?
Before you do that, just let me ask the other one. All right, this other
Go
place
ahead.
is where I want to go.
Go, ask the other question. What's
Yes.
up?
Mississippi is a hard word to spell. Spell it.
Spell Mississippi? I don't care to spell Mississippi.
Well,
Because
that's where I'm going, but I didn't ask you to spell Mississippi.
U-I-T.
That's right.
There you go.
All right. Thank you.
Good joke.
Nice one.
All right.
All right, bye.
Ta.
Ta. What are you, an Anglophile?
Yes. I love England.
Me too. All right, everybody. We're going to say goodbye. Jason, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
Megan, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
Will you come down next week? And we can clean up the mess?
Sure.
Thank you. Coming up next, Choking on Cufflinks with Michael Goodstein. He's going to be holding it down, giving you election reports all through the evening. His news team is coming in to the studio. And let's see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Or do I? WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope, Worldwide Web, WFMU.org. We will be back next week with a better version of the best show on WFMU. This is an unfortunate version of the best show on WFMU. Take care. Bye.